Hello everyone, QCRunner for QCRunner Games, and I am back today with another episode of Hustle Castle. As you can see, we have things that are slightly differently today. Number one, starting out with adding video just as a test today. I'm not sure if we're going to keep this or not. Obviously, I don't have a very good place to record and do my videos. Don't have a good studio, and don't have very good lighting here, so not sure it adds a lot of value adding this into the recording shot. So anyway, gives everybody a chance to see what I'm looking like and then see if we want to add this or not. I think in the future it could be something that could be useful, but for now I'm not sure it's adding a whole lot of value. So anyway, let me know if this is something that you want to keep in or take out. So put a note in the comments. But it's been a few days since we've been here. I've been covering a lot of or a little bit more on American Dad because there's a new event going there. But we have big news here, and if you're following me on Facebook or on Twitter, you saw, or if you've seen this yourself, you saw that there's been an announcement for a new event coming to Hustle Castle. And as always, it's soon. That's what we were given. So I have look off screen here. We have a announcement here. I'll read what was posted. It says, have we told you what madness is? A new event. The Mad Fuss will truly shock you. Expect Shrum at the castle gates very soon. So that, and there's a picture that was posted. I believe I put that on Twitter as well, and I forwarded or shared the link on Facebook. But they're adding in, looks like a card event. So we get the card event, which also brings us this little area here that's under construction should open up, and there's like an outer space looking thing, which allows the normal 15 rounds to get boxes, which allow you to get other gear, which are weapons, and also there are. Hopefully you guys aren't seeing all these background switching on my windows here. I apologize if you are. Also gear for your workers as well to make everything stronger. So that is going to be highly useful. We don't have a date yet. I believe I heard there was an Android push that was already out, but the iOS update has not been out yet. So obviously the event can't be starting immediately. And, quite often things happen after the portal closes or once after the portal closes. And speaking of portal, there's supposed to be an updated portal addition to the game, but it missed the last release, and it sounds like it's going to miss this release as well. So it sounds like that will not be coming, so we'll still be doing the same portal grinding as we've done before, but there are a couple of other updates. One is there's a new clan ranking system based on power, which interestingly enough, I thought that came out last time. I guess not. Our clan still has a hard time here. Updated invasion interface. Not sure what that means, but the invasions are the 10 battles you go when people invade your space and you get a box. I have a couple of them sitting here, and my thing is slow here. I've actually opened a few lately, so it's not as bad. 634 of the evasion chest, and then this one here, which is what you get when everything is when you close it. I think that looks a little bit differently, so maybe that's a little bit different, but the 9 to 11,000 mithril is the same, and then also the arena tickets and the torch. So the contents there are the same anyway. But that's supposed to be something new coming out. And also, Jim Bay has been greatly simplified. What does that mean? I don't know. I've heard people who have the update say they're coming into Jim Bay here, and it says 0 of 15. So it seems like the update's only partially out so far. So it says 0 of 15, but you actually still have to go ahead and complete 20. I started this a while ago on an iOS. I don't know if that made a difference or not. This is an Android emulator, so it is Android. I don't know if I don't think it's been upgraded yet, so that's probably... Ooh, this is slow. All right, note to self, don't click on that. So that's supposed to be easier. It sounds like it's only going to be out of 15, so I don't know if that means they're shaving the first 5 off, which are pretty much non-competing, very easy. Not sure what that is, but interestingly enough, I mentioned I was going to stop doing Djembe as I did this upgrade. I finally got my magic workshop upgraded, and he's now maxed out, which allows me to craft come on, there we go. This guy finally, the mind control level 1. And I'm looking at upgrading it to level 2, which allows you to go to 5 seconds. Not sure if this is going to be useful or not. Anything that's random and you don't know specifically what's going to happen, I'm not sure if it's really worth it or not. So I crafted a couple just to try them out, and I haven't used them yet. So So that's finally done. So now the only thing we have left to upgrade now are just the barracks. We got 2 levels of barracks upgrading. Still holding off on that one. But yeah, so Djembe is actually getting a bit easier again. I went through 3 days of Djembe without having any spells because I couldn't do it while I was upgrading, and I completed it once or twice. I averaged probably 18 to 19 pretty much every time without spells. I would use my hero item, but I didn't use spells, so things are getting better. And then since it finished, I was able to complete it again a couple times. So, all right. And we will provide more details about these other changes as soon as the update is enabled. That's all I have so far. Last video we actually got some good content releasing about I think somebody did some comparisons of the game files and saw what was actually changed in there and pulled out the notes. I haven't seen that. I've been looking around for it and I haven't seen it yet. So if I can get it, I'll make sure I post it and we'll talk about it, especially if the event's still like 3 or 4 days away yet. Yeah, all we have right now are just those release notes there, which I would imagine would be something that would be popping in here soon enough in the news area. But as of now, it's still not there yet. So, all right. So, a couple things. Trying to come up with some ideas of things I'm going to be recording. I have a lot of people asking me questions about, whether it's Zero City or Hustle Castle or American Dad, which, as I've said in the past, are pretty much the same game. Hustle Castle is first, the other two are just clones based on this, and the same strategies will work amongst all of them. So I've had a couple people asking, like sub TR6, what do I do? What's the best way to do it? Had some people say, what's the best way to go TR6? And then what's the best way to upgrade to TR8? So I think I'm going to set up some guides, in different videos and devote most attention to there. And, I'll preface it by saying, I'm not an expert. That's not going to be the end all be all, but it's going to be my personal opinions on what I think are the best way to go and how you should progress with that. So I'm going to have some of those coming out in the future, whether it's going to be during the event or, outside of the event. I'm not sure. But one, I did read, let me take one step back. I'm still way behind in catching up with comments from, I think, last weekend, or maybe even before that. So I'm slowly starting to get through them, slowly starting to catch up. And I did see a comment that somebody posted about me getting stronger. There's actually 2. One, there's a comment about my assassin. I didn't have the right artifact on, which at first I thought was actually very true, and I think I messed up, but I did the switch, so I didn't have a backstab. I don't have a backstab on her right now, but I was testing her with backstab, and she just is not performing the way I would expect or hope her to perform, so still disappointed. So my overall historic high, I think, is 5.3, maybe 5.4 million, 5402, and right now I'm running at a 5030, something like that. So I'm performing way weaker with a 5081. So we're over 300,000 weaker by not having that assassin in there. So I'm going to be working on getting my power back up to 5.4 million. But the comment I read was, there's still a little bit of fluff, a little bit of extra power being added to my team that's not specifically necessarily helping me. So, I'll go over to Evan over here, for example. A lot of the people that were running like the power, the extreme Djembe builds were doing it with, certain gear removed or going down to like rares instead of having all legendaries. So like when you're running your archer here, the archer's all about damage. You also want to focus on crit and dodge as well to keep them alive and to, be dealing max damage. So having an amulet on them, sure, it's making them a little bit more buff and be able to stand a little bit longer, but with revives and stuff going on, maybe it's not needed. So this is actually making me look stronger than I am, as far as it's just not as useful. So the recommendation was don't have amulets on your big fighters, and then on your mages take off the rings, since basically the rings are giving them extra damage because they're not going to be doing a whole lot of damage. So as I get towards, I'm gonna actually test that out. So as I get towards that 5.4 million again, I'm gonna try to keep my historical high at 5.4 million. But I'm gonna, as I get stronger with putting in ancient items or whatever, I'll maybe remove some rings from, or go down in quality of my mages, and then also go up in quality. Well, this is a bad example because I have that one as an ancient, so I'm not gonna do that. But like Evan here. So we'll maybe work on taking his amulet off and, getting this ring a lot better. So, and I'll aim at keeping 5.4 for a little while as we do that. So, also have a bunch more. I'm not going to do anything drastic right now with the event coming, but I got a bunch more purples that we can do. Up to 100, as you can see, I got 110 different chests open again, scrolls open, whatever. So we're getting a little bit carried away on that again. So, but the event coming up, potentially we can use those. So I'm not going to open up anything now until that comes up. So, yeah, so that's kind of the direction we're going to be going. This event's coming up. We'll be covering many of the days. We'll be covering this event. Still spending time in American Dad. Zero City, I had some new things, but it's just, a donkey cart-ish type of thing. So, not going to be spending tons of time in that game right now. So if anybody has questions that are playing that game, we can ask them in these videos as well, and I can answer them in the comments, or you guys can reach out on Twitter or Facebook as well, and I can respond. No, if you send a message and I don't respond right away, no, I'm not ignoring you. Just, busy with everyday life, with working and family and coaching and doing videos and actually, trying to play the game as well and things like that. So things are certainly busy and taking a lot of time. So I'm not going to ignore you. My goal is to respond to everybody. So if you posted something I didn't respond, you can send another response and I'll get to that, or just wait and hopefully I'll be getting to it as well. So getting to the original message that you sent. So I know we didn't cover a whole lot of content on here. You're just talking about the event and this new setup. So let me know again. Should we keep the pictures in here? I mean, I can't really see because I'm looking at a different screen and I'm moving all over the place, which isn't helpful. But the goal here, and the reason I'm testing this out is, I would like to turn on like live streams at some point. Put it on there and we can just, grind djembe, or we can grind dungeons and things like that. And I have never live streamed before, so I don't have any experience with that. But I think having the video going here, and then I'm like pointing on the screen, you can't see where I'm pointing. Having my picture on there, and then we can have some things on the side of, chat bars and things like that. So, like I said, I've seen some other people do it, but I've never done it myself. So I'm going to have to play around with getting that set up. And this just seems like one aspect of it that will help that. So, anybody who's still listening, let me know in the comments. Is that something you'd be interested in, doing the live streams? Granted, this is about this time of day for me. It's 10 to 11 o'clock p.m. where I am, which I don't know how many people are awake and available this time. So we probably get a lot of watchers, but they can still be recorded and posted, and people can watch them later. So anyway, we're going on for a while here. My goal until the event goes live is trying to get my mithril back up. Let's go take a quick look here at our ancient. And we're working on Bane here. I have, wrong spot. Craft. Come on, there we go. So right now we have 7. So I'm actually thinking of getting up to 10 and just going ahead and doing this right here, because I still have that chest in my inventory of 600 mithril. So once I get 3 more here, we can go ahead and get that, which will be our first item. And then we can work on our ring and make that our second, so we can start getting our set. And right now I have a ring and an amulet that our big damage dealer is using, and I'll be switching that over probably to Evan, so that way he can have 2 ancient items and then she can have 2 ancient items. So that will help us hopefully for our overall damage. That's what I'm working at. And we have the event coming up. Hopefully there'll be some mithril. I said that last time. It sounds like I was fairly lucky. I hit it once and I got 10,000, but it seems like most people did not. So a lot of people didn't get anything, and obviously it was only 10,000 anyway. So that was a little bit disappointing for sure. So hopefully this one will give us more, so we can easily get it and we can start crafting some more ancient items. That's certainly my goal for sure. So, you know what? There's a huge item. So whoever's left and still watching, I posted this on Facebook as well, that this new event coming out, they're supposed to be making runes available, and they said runes available for all. So that means it's not just going to be like TR11 souls that are going to be in runes. It's going to be, I mean, my guess is actually rings, but that's just a complete random guess. So, because right now we have weapon runes, as she has one. We have armor runes, which she has one. We have artifact runes, but we don't have ring or amulet runes, and then certainly we don't have armors or souls either. So my guess is on rings. So I'm thinking we're going to have a ring soul that we can add. adding extra damage, and who knows what else. So that's where my money's lying at the moment, but complete random guess. So who knows? Runes are important. Runes are huge. I mean, from anywhere. I don't know if you can have them TR5. I would imagine you can. But pretty much no matter what throne level you are, they're highly useful, and they make a big difference to your squad and who you can beat and how you can beat them. So big event coming up. Not everybody's going to get them, obviously. I think I've missed some in the past. Hopefully I'll get them. Apparently, according to a lot of the viewers, I have insane luck. So hopefully we can keep that going and we can get some more runes. So, okay, that's enough. Been babbling on about a bunch of stuff. So hopefully next time you see me, it's going to be soon, and we'll have a video out about the new event, and we can all do it together and see what we're going to get. So we will cover it then. So until the next time, this is QCRunner for QCRunner Games, and I will talk to you later. See ya.